Welcome back, y'all, to Spirit Says, where we dive into the beautiful words of Yeshua and the words of wisdom for what he has for you today. And don't forget to like and subscribe, as that is the free and most useful way to help me, love on me, and support me, because y'all, these messages today are absolutely beautiful. So whoever I'm talking to, whether male or female, doesn't matter what your identity actually is. We're talking about energies here, right? And so this Empress energy, whoever you are, you, my love, are bearing the creation, the fruition, the yummy deliverance energy of creation. Something you're doing, something you're manifesting, creating, like you're fully in that Empress energy. Now, it might be coming through court systems of somehow, like actual tangible court, family court, lawsuits, something like that, right? It could also come through some sort of administration, something formal, something like corporate, right? That's kind of when I think of like formal and concrete and like toe the line kind of thing. I think of like the corporate world. Maybe you're entering into the corporate world. Maybe you're using job hunting, search techniques, companies, things of that nature, right? Something very linear, very logical, right? And I believe these are the energies you're coming into, and that there's a clarity around something with this now. All of this might actually have something to do with a relationship of some kind. It might actually be romantic. It might be anything, honestly. Work relationship, right? Work is on my mind, and love, honestly. I feel like it could go one of two ways. And so either way, though, these relationships, because remember, we have platonic relationships, romantic relationships, right? It could be either way. So it could absolutely have something to do with this relationship of some kind. And I say that because I was the bottom deck energy when everything was kind of laid out. I was like, oh, I just felt very curious. I'm led to look, which is why I bring that up, okay? So there's some sort of clarity. You've reached an aha moment. You've had some sort of epiphany around something. And so that's going to be your energy, because, lovely, you have beautiful energy that you are working through. I feel like there's some things going on, specifically maybe somebody new coming into your life. Again, maybe that relationship is something you're supposed to nourish, something you're supposed to like pay attention to, because this might be something incoming. Because I was asked, like, what's the presenting situation, issue, problem that is there to solve? Because again, these are Yeshua's words of wisdom. We're here to solve the problems that you're experiencing through divine intervention, okay? And so you might have somebody that you find that you want to embark on a wisdom dive. Oh, my throat. You might be speaking your truth soon to somebody or something, somewhere, somehow, because my throat just like totally spazzed out. Now, you might be going into a new relationship, work relationship, mentorship, because the following card is about following the wisdom of those before you, aligning yourself with someone you want to be like, live like, move like, right? Whatever that looks like for you. Somebody that you feel like you can trust, that you feel like you can follow in their footsteps, new creations, fast movement, we're ready to go. This page energy, this young buck energy, that gusto, right? Something that will help you. This is going to be what helps you, I feel like. And because I feel like it's actually, these are the two pieces that will really help you. This is what's really the crux, and then this is kind of the outcome. And then this was like a weird little bonus message, but I really feel like it has to do with retreat, so that you actually are able to avoid the tower movement. But I'll get into that in a minute. But just because, like, oh, this is beautiful. You're a rock star. Whoever you are, you have amazing energy. I love it, because you also have, again, doesn't matter what gender you are, the Queen of Pentacles is someone who is very patient. Love the synchronicity. They're very patient. They're very loving. They're very nurturing. They look for ways that they can achieve their resources at a more accommodating price. Like I think actually of like me, honestly, as like, because I always joke, I'm bougie on a budget, right? Like I don't negate quality or things of that nature purely for price. I'm really good at actually finding amazing deals so that I don't have to ever pay full price for things, whether it's trips or, you know, aside from a few designer things, but like I'm not a big designer girly anyway, so I could care less. But things of that nature that I truly need that does not sacrifice the quality and nurtures and loves and pours into her family, her finances, her career. And that could be volunteer work if she is maybe a stay-at-home mom who volunteers. Honey, you are doing God's work by the beautiful ability for you to show up in this energy with this divine patience, because she is also incredibly patient. So again, man or woman, if you're a guy, you're probably a very compassionate, emotionally aware male, and mature even for your age. Maybe an old soul, right? Even women, you might find people saying you're an old soul as well, things of that nature, because whoever you are, I feel like you're very rooted in this, not just provider masculine penetrating energy, but this nurturing provider energy. Because remember, we need both. We need our masculine and our feminine. And I just really feel like whoever you are just in that nurturing, patient energy. And this is going to be key to your success. Because I also feel like there might be some sort of a stagnation in the energy. Maybe that's what's going on right now. And that's why these are lumped together. Like you might be, because you're in the stagnant energy, you're needing the extra patience. And you might even need to follow somebody a mentor, that mentor to give you the guidance on the patience to move through this energy. Because diverging interest talks about where you are literally diverging, separating, moving away from the interests of those you used to, or things. It could be a company, it could be a tangible thing like a business, maybe a personal business, a family business, right? Because going back to relationships, maybe it's a family business that you are no longer aligning with the interests of. You're growing apart, you're choosing different things that no longer align with the original interests of how they were formed. So maybe you were one of the initial startup CEOs of a company, right? And it blew up and now you're needing to sell. But there's so many different ways. And maybe you've never had to sell a big company, so you need a mentor. And you're needing patience while you do the legal proceedings of the business, right? Or maybe it's a divorce, or maybe maybe a marriage, maybe a prenup, right? Maybe you're in this Empress energy, you're getting married, you're having all this beautiful divine energy. Maybe it's your counterpart you're coming to work with, or I said work with. Maybe that is what it is. Maybe you find your counterpart and you're working with them, or be careful with that. I personally never do work relationships, just simply because I have witnessed it. So please tread carefully if that is you. But I don't feel like it's that. I feel, you know what I feel? Oh, hey, maybe you're about to fall over because my camera just fell over. And I barely even touched it. Interesting. A little synchronicity in the reading. Maybe you need to find your ground again. Maybe you need to restabilize yourself. Maybe this person literally knocks you off your feet. Hey, no shame there, right? As long as you are consciously co-creating. Oh, interesting. I pulled up the retreat card too, because I'll kind of skip ahead to the good stuff real fast. I feel like as long as you maintain whatever it is you're doing, the patience and the mentorship to move through this stagnant energy, I really do believe you'll get through this. I believe you're going to avoid a tower energy, but it's causing you to make decisions. But because you made the decisions, because this came before this, because you made the decisions and you chose to move through it, move on, you didn't stay stagnant. Okay, I'll tell you that. You didn't stay stagnant, which kudos to you. Good job, because it's that energy that you refuse to stay in. Because you're in your patient queen energy, nurturing yourself, your family. I feel like you're just taking care of business and like anchoring shit down no matter what's going on in your life, right? I really feel like you just have it on lock. And because of that, you and the decisions you made and were willing to make, you avoided this tower energy. You might find yourself retreating in this Ten of Cups energy. I almost said Ten of Pentacles too. So maybe it's that money too. Again, going back to relationships, and maybe this is both things for you. Maybe these things are resonating in different ways, that because I'm kind of going a little bit all over the place in some aspects. And so maybe they're resonating for you. And I pray that's for you, because honestly, my heart feels so happy and full that whatever this is amazing. Because I feel like there might have been that difficulty in the beginning, right? You've got your 10 of Wands here, and there might have been things that were really hard, maybe because of that stuck energy. You had to get the patience. You had to find the mentors, right? And that might have been the hard part, because of course, anything new that we're first starting out with, of course it's hard. Anything, because unless you're just like one of those people who's like a natural at whatever the one activity is, baby, we all struggle in the beginning. Let's just be honest here. Because it's the brain has to create new neural pathways and understandings of way to do things and all of that, right? So maybe you had that difficulty, but you kept putting in the effort. You, my love, are that 10 of Wands energy, your determination, that beautiful King of Cup energy, that determination with that steadfast, masculine, provider energy, just like the kind that makes the girls weak in the knees, kind of an energy where people are on full display to see your determination to get to your 9 of Pentacles. This is considered the golly, I just totally blanked it. Wish fulfillment card, because it's like your best. I was gonna say blessings abundant, but I was like, that's not right. After the completion of everything that you've been working on, maybe you're also working on something, right? Maybe that's the determination you're having to move through and really call into that energy of this steadfastness, this continue to like move through it, right? Maybe that's what it is that you're moving through. You receive after completion and maybe some retreating, this beautiful look. You got 2 of like the most amazing cards talking about blessings and abundance and things of that nature, completion, wish fulfillment, everything you could have imagined. Like if you were to sit back right now and say, what on earth do I want to achieve in my life? How and what would it look like? Get creative, get determined, get clear on everything that you're wanting to create, because you, my love, have everything you need to achieve. Maybe it's those, oh, that's beautiful. My heart just lit up. So it's definitely got to do, there's small influences, small pieces, small steps, small tactics. If you know my work, head on over to the links. I have tons of free, and I even have a free self-paced Heal Your Nervous Systems. It's a 10-day course. Head on over there if you are looking for small daily positive influence to recalibrate out of that stuck energy. We don't go into trauma with that work. It's purely a day-to-day self-sustaining, just a recalibration, nourishment. It's literally things I do to like optimize and operate at the level I do. Go check out my stuff if you're not familiar with my work. My life is honestly amazing because I've had to get clear. I've had to get determined. I have had to hold this space, and I continue to, right? In order to grow, we still have to, right? Maybe you're going through a huge growth period right now. This looks so much like what I experienced during my own personal growth, where I'm going through this stuff and I got these big changes, and it's through my own determination I have been able to create the life I want, to include my relationships, y'all. And I hope and pray that's for you too. Small influences, small tangible steps to make your dreams come true, quite tangibly. It's that easy. Like at the end of the day, it really is that easy. How beautiful is that you are fully capable and able to co-create and manifest the life you dream of, the life you're wishing of, the life you are wanting to manifest, because it's here. Through your patience, your diligence, your finding a mentor, you are, in fact, coming into clarity of thought about all of the things that are taking place. You, my friend, are so getting clear, and you're moving through it. You're growing. You're learning. Life is not supposed to be easy. But when we have a tribe of people who have gone before us, of mentors, of people who've been here before, they help us have the patience to get unstuck and achieve our blessings. Achieve those small steps that get us to our wish fulfillment. And I feel like that is where we're at. I love y'all so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That is the best, easiest, and most free way to love and support me back. If these messages resonated, I pray they do. This was epic, y'all. OMG. I want to give you a hug. This is fucking awesome. This energy is beautiful. And I feel like you truly do have humility about you. I believe you have a humble servant's heart. You're like that flower that is fully blooming exactly where you're planted to bring the beautiful love you are intended to bring for your beautiful spark. I love y'all. I'll catch y'all next time.